Let's talk about the biggest surprise in the NHL this season, the Pittsburgh Penguins. A team that we all expected, minus Sidney Crosby, we'll put him to the side, to be near the bottom of the standings, if not at the bottom. Yet here they are, 14 games in, sitting third in the Eastern Conference. Pretty impressive, considering this is a team that was heading into the season that was probably the only team that was actually known as a seller and a team that was in a rebuild. But I do think this hot start is coming to an end. I'm seeing some chinks in the armor, and here are my reasons. Number one, injuries to key guys, and they're starting to pile up. They're coming in waves to Pittsburgh. Rickard Rakell, already out, top 6 guy. Justin Brazeau, he's done for a few weeks, top 6 guy. Noel Acciari, important piece of that fourth line, he's out. And Tristan Jarry, their best goaltender and one of the better goaltenders in the NHL, picked up an injury in Toronto in that 4-3 loss. Even though he didn't look injured, he wasn't pulled out of the game because he was injured. This news came out after the game. So he's done for a few weeks. So that's 2 top 6 forwards, a key member of their fourth line, because Acciari and Dewar have been really good together, especially since coming over from Toronto. And Jarry, like I said, who's been a really, really good goaltender and hiding a lot of the defensive issues that the Penguins do have. He's out for a bit. And this doesn't even include Rutger McGroarty, who is, I don't even know what's happening with that guy. Number 2, and this goes perfectly from injuries into the goaltending situation. It's a problem right now with Jarry being out. The Penguins have called up their top prospect, Sergei Murazov. He's been called up from the AHL and figures to make his NHL debut this week. It would be great to see him debut on Thursday night against Washington, against Ovechkin. That would be must-see TV. But with Jarry out for the next few weeks, I'm just not sure you can bank on a rookie plus Artur Shvilovs, who is a really, really, really good AHL goaltender, and he's shown to be pretty good in the NHL. He can do a job in the NHL. He was good at Vancouver. Abbotsford, he won a Calder. He came over to Pittsburgh, and he's looked okay. But there's no doubt he's a backup. He's a 1B guy. Now, most of the load is going to be on him because Jarry's out. You're not going to let the rookie play the majority of the games. It's going to be on Shvilovs. And I just don't know if they can hide the defensive issues the Penguins have the same way Jarry has. And that's my number 3 reason. Defensive issues are a problem. I'm not really an analytics guy. I mean, I do look at them and I understand them, but these numbers kind of pop off the page. They're top 5 in expected goals against. And when it comes to scoring chances, they've given up the most in the league, specifically high danger chances. That's a problem. Jarry's been great, but he's been hiding these issues. I'm not quite sure if Shvilovs and Jarry can do that. Shvilovs and the rookie can do that. Number 4, how long can Evgeny Malkin keep this up? The guy looks great. I love Malkin. He looks like he's 21 years old out there. I mean, heading into the season, there was no worries or concern about Crosby because you just know what Crosby's going to do. He's always ready, always playing at the highest level. But Malkin was coming off his worst season of his career. I believe he just had 59 points or 60 points, 50 points in 68 games, 16 goals. He's already halfway there in terms of his point total from last season. He has 19 and tied for 4th in league scoring. How long can that continue, especially with his line mate, Justin Brazeau, who's one of the top scorers for the Penguins, injured now for the next few weeks? And what I noticed in that Toronto game was that Dan Muse had Malkin playing on the top line with Sidney Crosby. And that's great for those two. They're going to get a lot of chances. They're probably going to score a lot of goals and create a lot of opportunities for whoever else is on that line, whether it's Kindle or Brian Rust. But it makes the rest of the lineup easier to play against where you're not going up against Crosby and Malkin on 2 different lines. So I think that's a concern. And I don't think Kyle Dubas is going to go out and look for another forward while these 2 guys and Rakell and Brazeau are out. So I think if Muse continues to do that, they just become easier to play against. And I think that could be an issue for Pittsburgh. I should say, I like this Penn story. I really do. And I hope it continues for Crosby's sake, because I want to see him in the playoffs. I want to see him on a team. I mean, they're not going to contend, but you know what I'm saying. You want to see him in some meaningful games come April, come May. But the chinks in the armor are starting to show. But I will say, if they can play 500 hockey or a game or 2 above that, while Tristan Jarry is out, while Brazeau is out, and they can get some decent goaltending, then they might be okay. And who knows, maybe they squeak into a wild card if not top 3 in the Metro. But as of right now, I just don't see that happening. But you let me know in the comments below. Am I way off the mark or am I onto something? Let me know what you think about the Pittsburgh Penguins in the comments below.